Hi guys, in this video I would like to demonstrate you how to bind off the central stitches when shaping the neckline. To begin with, you would need to find those central stitches and ideally block them with the stitch markers. That's just easier this way. And then after binding them off, you will continue working along both sides here and here, binding off the stitches to actually shape the neckline like that. Okay, but now I would like to show you how to bind off the central stitches without creating any holes. Okay, so let's say these are the stitches that I would like to bind off, and I knit until I have one stitch before my binding off stitches, the stitches that I want to bind off. What I do now with this stitch is I knit through the stitch through the back loop first. I create a double stitch and through the front loop. So here now I've just created 2 stitches out of 1. Then you knit, these are the central stitches, you knit into the first stitch of the central stitches and knit it as a knit stitch, and then you pass the last stitch that you created over the first stitch like that. And see, this way there is no holes or anything like that, and you continue working your central stitches until you reach the last stitch of your central bind off. Here's my last stitch, and what I do now, I return the stitch on the left needle from the right to the left and knit these 2 stitches together like that, and then I continue. So if it's going to be my right shoulder, I just continue to work the stitches until I reach the end of the row, and then we'll turn work and knit until I reach the edge stitch on the wrong side, and I knit it as a purl stitch. Then I turn work again, and if I need to bind off a number of stitches here, I will simply continue doing like that. So I slip the edge stitch onto the right needle, and I knit the first stitch and pass the edge stitch over the first one. Let's say I want to bind off 3 stitches. See, there is a smooth transition, there is no holes, and I continue my way to the edge stitch. And if you need to bind off on the next right side row more stitches, you will just follow the same steps. And for this side, you will simply, let's say I want to work this side, I'm going to show you like that. So since we've already closed the stitches, so you need to since you've already closed the central stitches, you would need to start from the beginning of the row and to knit. So you will need to reattach the yarn. Okay, take a new yarn and then we'll knit the first stitch, and we will knit all the way to the point where we bind off the stitches. Okay, knit this stitch. You can knit it, you can actually then leave the stitch on. That's probably going to be better. So you leave this stitch on the left needle, you turn work, and then you move the first stitch onto the right needle and pass the edge stitch over the second stitch, and then that's going to be first stitch that we closed, and then second, and then third. So it's going to be, the second row is going to be, we close 3 stitches here and then 3 here, and continue to work to the end of the row. And that's it, guys, for the neckline. As you can see, there are no holes. It's a very smooth neckline, and as I said already, if you need to make it a little deeper, you're gonna just continue to bind off the stitches on both sides. So you're gonna do one side at a time. Okay, thanks for watching and happy knitting.